Hey everyone, it's Shaq, and today we have some exciting news here for you guys. The all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica is officially uh, shown to us in on the Chrysler website. Now, this is a minivan, as many of us know here. The Chrysler Pacifica was a kind of like a a mid-sized crossover, which ran, a while back. Wasn't that successful, in my opinion. I don't think they ever got that successful. But they're coming back now. See, this was the 2008 Chrysler Pacifica back then. Like you can see here in the pictures, it's kind of like a crossover. It's four doors. It's got a tail in the back. That's the interior. Quite frankly, looks like a piece of shit, and that was probably the reason why it wasn't such a big hit. And this was back when Chrysler was owned by 2008. I believe Chrysler was owned by. When this car was out, I think it was owned by Mercedes Benz. It was Daimler Chrysler back then. So this is pretty much a shitty Mercedes Benz product, as you can see here. Back when Chrysler had all those hard plastics and old interiors and shit. But now we have the new Chrysler Pacifica, which is right here, and this is actually the new minivan Chrysler is putting up in place of the Town Country. Now, the thing is, this is supposed. They haven't exactly said that the Chrysler Pacifica is going to be replacing the Town Country. However, it's really possible that that's what's going to happen. And let me elaborate on that a little bit now. So, as you can see, it's an all new design. 2017 is the first year. However, right now it is January 11th, 2016, and this car should be on dealership lots sometime, I'm guessing, March. Chrysler has set the date for spring, and technically March is spring. So rumors are March, and technically March is spring. The half of March is spring. So we're guessing you can start seeing these on dealership lots in spring, and the hybrid version, which I haven't gotten to, but as far as release dates go, the hybrid version should be showing up later this year, according to Chrysler. And this is the 2017 model, so technically it's 2016. Usually we don't see the next year model until the end of the year, so this is an early release as far as being 2016. If it was in my opinion, I would say they should have just made the 2016 Chrysler Pacifica and released it like a few months ago. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have changed anything, but whatever. Uh, Next thing, let's go into styling. This car, before we get to all the other things, the exterior styling. Now, the interior styling is modern Chrysler fashion. However, this car reminds me a lot of the Chrysler 200. Now, the Chrysler 200, honestly, in my opinion, it's a nice car. Not one of my favorites. I like the old ones. The new ones, they're alright. They're not my favorite, like I said. I love the interiors of the Chrysler 200s. The exterior is where I feel like it's a little. The front end is just the lights feel a little weird. And as you can see, those are like the same lights on this. And if you go on the Chrysler website, you can do some more in-depth comparison. But the two things I didn't like about the Chrysler 200 are simply the front of the car and the 9-speed transmission, especially their rotary shift knob that they use. As you can see right here, it's just a knob, kind of like BMW, but really don't like it. And it's got the electronic e-brake, also don't like that. So that's the same thing in the Chrysler Pacifica. As you can see, if I can find a picture, you will see that the rotary shift knob is the same as the Chrysler 200. I think it's right there. No, that's the volume one. Right here is a shift knob. You just could see in the background. But the shift knob is there, and I don't really like it, to be honest with you. I don't like the fact that it's a shift knob. I really like the old Chrysler Town Country shifter, which was up in the corner, a really nice spot to put it. Minivans nowadays, such as the Honda Odyssey or Toyota Sienna, they have their shifters on the like console thing, and I really think it's not. I don't think it looks too good, in my opinion. Now, this van comes in two different uh, styles. One is the V6 3.6 liter Pentastar V6. It's upgraded from the last generation, but it's still it's a really good engine. It was a really good engine last generation, but it's even better now. And the other option you have is a hybrid. Now the hybrid batteries are stored where the stone go usually is, so you don't compromise in any kind of leg room or anything like that. So really good idea there. Uh, they don't have a price for this, but I'm guessing it's gonna be somewhere around the town and country, of course. Really nice car. It's built in with the I think they call it Stovac or something like that. Pretty much, it's the same thing. Honda Odysseys had the Honda Vac first put in them a few years ago. I think 2 or 3 years, and they pretty much made another one of those. As you can see, here is the rotary shift knob I was talking about, and it's right here. On the Chrysler Town Countries, it is up here, which is something I like better. But that's my personal preference, and I can't put that for you guys. So what this minivan is really for is a lot of people, they look at the word minivan and they go crazy. They don't like the car. And I personally love the minivans. I think they are the best. You have to understand, first of all, the driver's seats, as I'm sure a lot of people agree with this. The driver's seat in all minivans is really nice, big, and comfy. It's like a couch. And I really like that. And all around, it's very you put the seats down, you can have seats up, you can have, a flat bed to store things. It's just really, I think the word is versatile to use with whatever way you want. There's so many options when it comes to minivans. And that's what I really like about them. There's two big sliding doors on the side. There's a big tailgate. You fit whatever you can possibly want in this van. And I really appreciate that. Now, my favorite minivan of all time was the Chrysler Town Country. And my biggest reasoning to that was the design. I love the shape of it. I love the boxiness and the square headlights. Mainly the square headlights, it really brought it out for me. And this was the biggest winning point for me over the Toyota Sienna or the Honda Odyssey. Now, however, with the Chrysler Pacifica taking over next year, those round headlights, I mean the boxy headlights are gone, and you now have these headlights, these Chrysler 200 looking headlights. Now, a lot of people, as I've heard already, it's been only a few hours, they really like this new headlight. They like the round shape. They don't like the, old boxy shape. They thought it was boxy. I personally like the boxy shape. That was my personal opinion. You can leave your personal opinion down in the comment section below if you desire. But there's a gas and hybrid version. There's obviously different colors. They always show hybrid cars to be shitty colors for some reason. I guess if you like the environment, you just gotta be a shitty person or something. I don't know what they're trying to show us. But the fact that always hybrid cars, like Toyota, even like Toyota Priuses and stuff, always have some shitty blank ass colors when it comes to, making them look good. This is the regular gas one. It has a nice red color. Obviously, the features, the Town Country, in my opinion, had one of the most features of any minivan. They had every feature you could possibly imagine: heated steering wheels, this, that, literally everything. And the Chrysler Pacifica has just added on that. According to Chrysler, they have added 37 new innovations to the Chrysler Pacifica over the Town Country, which is great. I mean, that's a huge number. But that just means there's a lot of things in this car that other cars don't have and don't offer. All these safety features, you can go more in depth on your own. I'm not gonna waste your time like this, but here's a vacuum right here, which is really helpful. Obviously, a lot of people are gonna appreciate this. I know this van is gonna be a big seller, especially when I tell you the gas mileage. Now, if you understand the aerodynamic shape, the thing I don't like about it is the aerodynamic shape, and they had to do that for the gas mileage, simply. So they did that, and now they're probably going to be getting good gas mileage right up there next to the Honda Odyssey and the Toyota Corolla. Chrysler always used to be 1 mile per gallon less than the competition, and I personally always felt like that was no big deal. It's just 1 mile per gallon. I would much rather have a sexy car than an ugly car and 1 more mile per gallon. Now they have, in my opinion, an ugly car, but they do have the good gas mileage. The hybrid gets you 80 miles per gallon. It says MPGE, so I don't know what that means, but 80 miles, you know, miles, and it runs solely on battery power for 30 miles. So what that means is, for if you charge it for 2 hours, according to Chrysler, if you charge your minivan for 2 hours, you can run it on completely battery power for 30 miles. So what that means is, a simple trip to pick up your kids from the school or something like that, you will not even spend, a little bit of gas. It will be completely electric. That is, of course, if your town is less than 30 miles away, your school is less than 15 miles away, which most are. Most schools are, no more than, I don't think any city driving is like more than 10 miles. So what that means is you won't be having to even put gas in your car for weeks on end until you go like out somewhere. The overall range of the car, it is, I think, 530 miles per gallon on one tank of gas and a full charge, I believe. And it has a 16.4 gallon tank, so some good stuff here. Like I said, I do not like the shape of it, but I'm sure it's going to appeal to a lot of people. Obviously, all the people right now driving the Honda Odyssey and the Toyota Corolla clearly like the rounded off shape. So obviously, they will be people who love this shape. I already got a lot of comments, a lot of people telling me they do like this shape. Now, I posted the first picture of this car on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can go ahead follow me on Instagram at it's Shaq's Insta. That's in the link below. I mean, in the description below, or on Twitter where I post updates and stuff at Shaq's tweets, also in the description below. And I will be making a full in-depth review and tour of the Chrysler Pacifica as soon as it hits showroom lots in New Jersey. So I'm guessing sometime March. But stay subscribed for that. It should be exciting. Like I said, the design language isn't one that I am very happy with. It has grown on me so far. I don't mind it. Obviously, I love Chrysler. I love all the features inside. The exterior is just, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. The interior is where it's at. That's where everyone's gonna be sitting. That's where the memories are made. That's where all the cool gadgets and nice features are. So obviously, I still like Chrysler over Honda Odyssey or Toyota Sienna, just because of those features. But exterior, I mean, not one that I like. However, I think a lot of people will like it, and this minivan will be a hit success. Now, the reason Chrysler changed their name is because they believe that new people looking to buy a minivan don't buy a minivan just because they don't like the fact that it's a minivan. So they're trying to make this more upscale, more modern. A lot of people, choose crossovers over minivans simply because they don't like minivans. Now, this car, if you made this car 2 inches higher and maybe a higher front end or something, you could call this thing an SUV, and people would buy it like crazy. However, it's a minivan, and the only reason why it's a minivan is the 2 sliding doors. If these were regular doors and the car was higher, you could easily compare this with a Chevy Traverse. However, a Chevy Traverse or any other kind of truck like that does not give you the versatility of a minivan. You don't get all the storage, you don't get all the seating, you don't get all this, you don't get all that. So I would always go for a minivan. Now, these are both front-wheel drive, whether you get the hybrid or the regular gas engine Pacifica. However, Chrysler does, I think, in my opinion, plan on considering an all-wheel drive option. I'm not sure if they will. Chrysler did have an all-wheel drive option back back in the early 2000s for their vehicles. Right now, I'm not sure if they will make an all-wheel drive Pacifica. And in the press conference with Chrysler, they did mention that the platform is able to, take four-wheel drive capabilities. So what that means is it can be done. We're not sure if Chrysler will do it or not, but that would definitely be a big selling point for Chrysler if they do decide it. do decide to do it. I'm guessing if they do decide to do it, it'll be probably, when they do the refresher. They probably are not going to change this model for a while. This is going to be the minivan on the road for the next, at least 5 years, I'm guessing. So if you don't like it, suck it up, because Honda Odyssey looks like this, Toyota Sienna looks like this, Kia Sedona pretty much looks like this too. And this is the future of minivans, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and subscribe for more, and have a great day.